Welcome, Transformers fans. My name is Composite EnerJoe, and today I'll be bringing you my review of the Transformers The Last Knight Deluxe class Sqweeks. Yes, you heard me right. This is a Deluxe class. Even though Sqweeks here is essentially about the size of the old school Scout classes. Yeah, he's roughly Scout class size, not Deluxe. The reason why he's a Deluxe class is because of this. He comes with this little trailer. But we'll get to this later. First, let's look at Sqweeks himself. And here he is in his vehicle mode, which is it's a Vespa. Or at least it's a very modified Vespa. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit unprofessional now. I don't remember which model it was. But it is supposed to be a Vespa. And yeah, and it looks pretty good. You know, all things considered, it is a Vespa. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Good amount of details on the wheels. Nice. Oh, you got an Autobot symbol there. You got these thrusters back here. You got some headlights. You can move the wheel a bit, which is neat. Nice little detailing. I've seen from other reviewers when they look at these spots here, the idea is that this is supposed to be rust. But I agree. This does look more like, well, he's got poo smeared on him. Yeah, unfortunately, I do have to agree with those other reviewers, even though the intent was supposed to be this is rust, but they honestly could have done a better job with it. If anything, if they made it a little bit more red, I guess it would have looked more like a rust. But other than that, it's actually a very, very well done, nicely detailed Vespa. That's really all I can say. Still just a Vespa. Got nice little rusted little bits of supposedly broken off metal. And that's just really nice. He does roll nicely, but it's a motorcycle, so it's not supposed to roll well. However, he does come with his little kickstand, so you can have him be standing. See? Not bad. Now, even though Sqweeks himself is this, he comes with this trailer. And these two together is what justifies it being considered a Deluxe class, because he comes with all of this. But for all intents and purposes, this is supposed to be, like, actual size-wise, Sqweeks here is a Scout class more than anything else. But since he comes with this huge accessory full of other surprises, he can, he's considered a Deluxe class. So I'm just going to call him Deluxe class just to be on the safe side. And that's because he comes with this, which is really cool. It's really cool. So you can hitch this onto here. You can even see the little hitch here. So you can connect them. You pop this up, and just connect it there, like so. It is a bit tight, so just be aware of that. Hold on. There we go. And I don't know if this is only on mine or if other people have the same. It's a bit of an issue. This is a really, really tight connection. So, yeah, it's hard to actually take off. I've had a lot of cases where the hitch itself would pop off me trying to remove it. Now, I found the best way to do this is by angling it like this and just popping it off like that. That is the best way. You try and put it off directly, it's you might cause this thing to break or for this to pop off. So that's how you remove it. So neat. You can actually attach the hitch and move it around. And before I get on to transforming Sqweeks, I'm actually going to transform, hold on, put him there, right there. I'm going to transform the trailer, his little trailer hitch right here. Honestly, yeah, his little trailer. Now, stand still, will you? There, stand. Fine, sleep on the job. There we go. Okay, there we go. So let's get on with transforming this thing, because this thing can transform first. We take off this oversized cannon, which, well, now that I have it, I might as well mention it. In the movie, Sqweeks actually gets this cannon when he, towards the end of the movie, when he, it was kind of weird. It's kind of unclear what he did, but from what I interpreted, he looked at an enemy autocannon, and he was able to copy it. He basically scanned it and turned his right arm into this big cannon, and he fired and destroyed the autocannon. So that's what he did, and that's what this is. So I'll put this off to the side. And as you can see, you can store this on any of the pegs here. On any single one of them, you can have me on here. I find it a better connection here on these pegs. So, put it out to the side. Now we get on to transforming this thing, which is really neat. It's a little maintenance bay. It opens up to a maintenance bay. So you pop this open, and you see little things there. I'll get to what those are later. Pop this up, and fold it down. So you have it be like that. Then you fold this out, fold this down, fold this down. Oh, and if you want, you could take this, fold it down like that if you really want the hitch. And then you have a little maintenance bay. So you can actually have a Sqweeks be in here doing repairs. You can have it be there, hitched up, and it looks really nice. I gotta say, this is a really nice little display piece. Having it be like this. So push this back a little bit more. Go. And on top of that, this little toolbox. Well, no, I'm not going to get to the toolbox yet. But you have actually this piece right here, this arm. It's a fully posable arm. With a ball joint here. What is it? Oh! So you have this little, I don't know what this is. I know this is a hand. It's on a ball joint. But then you have this thing. This is not on a ball joint, but it can swivel there, hinge. Swivel there, hinge here, and hinge there. So you have a wide range of movement with just this this hand. And like I said, you can have it be here. You can have the hand sort of be fixing up Sqweeks, or have it here and have this sort of be patching it up. I think this might be some sort of like blowtorch. I kind of want to say that's what this is. So that's what I'm gonna imagine it, and that's then you just put this down, and that's how you store it away. Now what's in here? And before I open it, you can put the big gun like that as another just spot in any one of these pegs. So put that there. So then let's finally open the chest. Oh, okay, and in the chest we have arms. We have this big arm, which once again, if you remember in the movie, Sqweeks here gets his right arm shot off, and Izzy, if I remember correctly, that was the girl. It's been, like I say, a couple months since I've seen the movie. But, yeah, Izzy actually gets this little Decepticon arm and attaches it onto him. So, for like, I think then for like the second half of the movie, Sqweeks has this really oversized arm, Decepticon arm, with a logo on it and everything. I kind of would have liked if they gave him the logo, but he technically had that later on, and that, did he have that? Or did the arm come with it? No. Now that I think about it, I think the arm came with a Decepticon symbol, because this was a Decepticon arm. But yeah, that's what this is, and you can have it stored in there in the toolbox. I'm going to have it off to the side so I can show it off. And then you come in here, and you have these little handlebars. These, there we go. These handlebars. These will actually be the robot mode's, Sqweeks' regular robot mode hand-armed kind of things. So let's put it off to the side. And yeah, this, even though Sqweeks here is a scout class, there really is nothing much to Sqweek himself. The little trailer does quite a bit. So let's close this up. Have this be here. And then have this right there. Just going to put it off to the side there, because I'm actually going to get to transforming Sqweeks. And let's get on with it. He's actually and I guess to say about the transformation is that it's interesting. Not difficult, but I will say it's really interesting. It's very unique to these, it's just very unique, that's all I can say. Because I really had trouble with it the first time. But after you get it the first time, it's a snap. It's actually not that complicated. So first what you gotta do is fold this down. Get them over here. And, well, you disconnect it there. And fold this down. Fold, oh, no. You disconnect it there. Then you rotate this, like so. And then fold these forward. These become his robot mode feet, so to speak. Yeah, he travels on wheels. So then what you do is that you turn this backwards. Pull this forward. Pull this entire chest part forward. It's supposed to do it. There we go. Forward. And then rotate. And then push it back. And this is the robot mode chest. And then for this part, well, as you saw, be like that. Just attach there, do all of this. And then, what was the next piece? Oh yeah, fold that down and then bring this up. Then you have to sort of feed that through there. There you go. And then with this open, you bring this entire thing up. Oh, and you need to have it be in this position so that you can see, so that this hole can be seen through the bottom of the Vespa mode. Oh, okay. And then you close it up. Take this thing, and then it'll connect this, pegs into there. And then you get your nail in here, bring this down, and then you have the face. Funny enough, I don't know why they designed it this way, but you can separate it like this. So it kind of looks like he has goggles, but this is Sqweeks' eyes and his mouth. Close it up, and he has his helmet. And then, oh, the next step, and hold on, forgot to do this. Before you feed it in, yeah, before you feed this in, make sure you pop out the robot mode arms. And same thing, feed it in. There we go, and then peg it in, and then boom. Here's Sqweeks. And that's pretty much Sqweeks in his robot mode. And then you have the arms ready to go, so that what you can do is peg in the handlebars. And that's it. I have a feeling this might be the longest video for a Scout class figure that I've ever done because of all these accessories and stuff. And there he is. Here's little Sqweeks. And it's a really good representation of his movie, of the movie version. Very nice. I don't think he had these thrusters in it, but they're very nice. Now in the movie, they actually say a line. Well, in the movie, he doesn't have this. This whole trailer thing, he does not have. The gun and this arm do show up, but the trailer does not. And Sqweeks himself does not transform in the movie. Because in the first scene where Sqweeks and Izzy show up, Izzy then says that Sqweeks is I'm just gonna say as a placeholder his T-Cog, because I'm getting that information from the Transformers Prime show. If you don't know what that is, the T-Cog is the biomechanical organ that allows Transformers to, well, transform. So I'm just going to assume that his T-Cog, they didn't specify exactly what it was in the movie, but I'm just going to, as I said, that's the placeholder name. That's the name I'm using from Transformers Prime. That piece was broken, so he could not transform. They say this in the movie, which explains why he never transforms in the movie itself. Although he is supposed to transform into a Vespa. You can see from the helmet, from the head, the back, the wheels, everything. He's supposed to be a moped of some kind, specifically a Vespa. Now, which model Vespa, like I said, I don't exactly remember. And yeah, this is what he's supposed to look like. This is what he looks like when he first shows up in the movie. Okay, now for articulation, the head can move a little. The helmet, well, the head, you can do this. And flip up like that if you want. In terms of legs, they can go in and out a bit. In and out all the way if you really want to. And you can roll them along the ground. You can roll them along the ground, which looks really cute. And for arms, swivel there. In and out. You got a hinge here and a hinge in there. So he does have a little bit of movement, and that's about it. Not much to it. It just looks really nice, and he's got a lot of accessories with him. Now for the arms, I'm going to take off both handlebars. And here's what you can do. You can plug it in here. And then you have the Decepticon, the oversized Decepticon arm that he had in the movie. And with his arm, you can actually take the gun and do one of two things with the gun that I found out, the cannon. Have him hold it in the hand, like so, which might be how he did it in the movie. But I think on a second look, I think he did something else. He either held it with this hand or he caused the arm to transform into this. And I know this, and I figure that's what he did because there's an actual little peg here that you can actually peg into the arm. Be careful not to bend anything. This is pretty soft plastic. So fit it in there, and there you go. You can have Sqweeks with the arm itself. The instructions do not say this. I just noticed that there was a peg there where you can have him in there. So the arm itself can become the gun. In the movie, it wasn't really clear what he did, or at least I don't remember if it was clear, whether the arm, whether he just had a gun and this arm was holding the gun, or if this arm itself just turned into this gun. I'm not entirely sure, but they are both the same type of gray. Just saying, this is probably what he did. And I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty neat. This is pretty freaking crazy. It's really crazy cute. It's just this little stubby thing comes out of nowhere, pulls out this gun, and just awesome, just explosions, and the oversized Decepticon arm. So yeah, that's it for that. Oh, one other thing you can do, which I'll show later. I'm going to display him without this stuff. As cool as it is, I actually like him with his handlebars. All 4 of the handlebars. So, put it in there. Put it in there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in here. Put that back in there for storage. Close it up. And just close this up. The next mode, he has one other thing he can do, sort of one other mode. Make sure you have that closed up. Close it up. There we go. Close it up properly. I didn't close that right. Close it up. Then bring this up, but then you leave it like this. Flip this up. Because these are supposed to be rocket pods, apparently. And you have it like this. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there are 4 clear blue plastic wheels here, so it does roll when attached to his vehicle mode. So then you have it like this. You can actually, there's like 2 things here. Put these little pegs here into here. And you actually give them like a little, I don't even know what this is. It's a backpack. And boom. There's Sqweeks. With his backpack with some thrusters. What I'm assuming are thrusters. So he can actually, you know, fly. And fire rockets. And there you go. That is just pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it's a scout class figure. What is essentially a scout with a bunch with Optimus Prime levels of accessories, and with that justifies him being a deluxe class. So there you go. And then for this thing, you can either have it attached, or what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just have it be on the side here. And if you want, you can have it be turning and like that. But there you go. And there's Sqweeks, and you know what? I'm going to display him like this because I think it looks really nice. But yeah, even though Sqweeks himself doesn't move much, you can actually get a lot of I guess play or what's the word I'm looking for? You can do a lot of stuff with this little guy. You can do a lot of stuff with Sqweeks here, even though the character itself barely moves. But they gave him so many accessories that you have a lot to work with. It's really neat. This also didn't happen in the movie. So, yeah. Surprisingly enough, I honestly didn't think... I originally was not going to get this guy. I really didn't, because I was sort of disappointed that it's a deluxe class. So, deluxe class price for what is essentially a scout class figure. However, I ended up getting him. I saw him in person, and I ended up getting him. And then I started messing around with the accessories, and honestly, I think he's almost worth it. I kind of wish he was a little bigger, but yeah, I think the accessories make up for his lack of size. Because he's just so darn cute. And I did like him in the movie, so I had to get him. He was really cool. He was essentially the Transformers version of BB-8, although with not as much exposure. He's actually he's not shown much in the movie. But I do hope that Sqweeks here shows up again in the next one. I don't know if he's going to show up in the Bumblebee movie. At least at the time of this video. I don't know if he's going to show up in the Bumblebee movie. But I do hope that he shows up in Transformers Part 6. You know, the Assault on Unicron or something. Whatever they're going to end up calling that. But, yeah. Now, in terms of facts, I think I already mentioned it. That the figure... in the movie, did not have the backpack. He did not have the trailer. And the one thing he did have from the movie that's accurate is the Decepticon arm that you can attach and the big gun that you can also attach or have him hold. And that little fact that I said that that Sqweeks in the movie was incapable of transforming. He was damaged. He couldn't transform. But he's supposed to be a Vespa like this figure shows. And that's about it. Yeah, that's it. Surprisingly enough, this is a fairly fun figure. I actually had quite A lot of fun posing him and just messing around with him. So yeah, this has been my review, my unnecessarily long review of a small figure, of what is essentially a scout class figure. But yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers The Last Knight Deluxe class, the Deluxe class, Sqweeks, and this is a Composite EnerJoe. Well, like I said, I recommend him. He's more fun than he looks. You could even say that he's more than meets the eye. Puns. Alright, so yeah, this is Composite EnerJoe signing off. Peace out.